Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to normalization presentation tutorial for PM FAAIZAH Sabudin. In this example, we have an unnormalized form in which each of these unnormalized form have repeating groups. For example, senior lecturer Halim Saleh from the Department of SE, means Software Engineering, has repeating group of Fauzi Wahab and Kamaluddin. So we need to eliminate this repeating group by copying senior lecturer Helmi Halim, SE, Software Engineering, and so on under the below column. So then we have the first normal form. This is the first normal form. In the first normal form, what we need to do is we need to identify the candidate keys. In this example, we find out that EMP num, department code, DEPT code, and advisee ID can be keys. So by having these keys, we need to identify which field is related to each of these fields. In this example, we have the second normal form. To eliminate the repeating record, we will break the two potential candidate keys into two smaller tables. So what happened? We create employee table and EMP department table. So employee table consists of EMP num, lecturer rank, EMP name, and lecturer office, while EMP department consists of EMP num, department code, and department name. So if we look at EMP department, some of the information are related only to specific field. So if we look at software engineering, related to SE, which is the department name, related only to department code and not to the employee num. So this is what we call as partial dependency. To solve this issue, what we need to do is we need to break down this table into two other tables like this. And right now we have second normal form in the second phase, which EMP depth will have another table known as department. Department consists only department code and department name, while EMP depth consists of EMP num and department code. If we look back at the first process, when we try to break down the table, we find out that there are three most important things that will become a table, which is employee, department, and advisee. Since employee and department has been settled in second normal form, we need to look back at the advisee table. So in advisee table, we have advisee ID, advisee name, advisee date of birth, and advisee age. In order to relate or to create a relationship with the previous table, we need to put what we call as the foreign key. The foreign key is EMP num and department code. EMP num will relate to the employee table, while the others will relate to department table. So what happened? This is what we call as transitive dependency, when a non-key depends to another non-key. So what happened? We need to eliminate one of these transitive dependency, and we have the new table only consists of one foreign key, which is the EMP num. EMP num will have relationship to the employee, and the employee table will have relationship to the EMP department, and EMP department will have relationship to the department. So what we have is a normalized form. So the normalized table consists of employee table, EMP department table, and advisee. In order to have relationship between all these tables, employee table will relate using EMP depth, and EMP depth will relate with department table. So at the end, we have all tables connected to each other, known as relational database. So the whole table is now successfully normalized. Benefit of normalization is the process of searching, sorting, and creating index will become faster, since tables are being narrowed to specific table consists of specific information. Secondly is conceptually, it is cleaner and easier to maintain and change as your need is changed. And number three, it will trigger execution more quickly if you are not maintaining redundant data, because redundant data will make your database become bigger. Thank you.